High school football is on the air on Power 96, the penultimate regular season game for the Albert Lee Tigers, who come in 0-6. They are at Byron tonight. The pregame show brought to you by Farmers Insurance agent Joey Talamontes, 710 East Main Street, Suite 100 in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-3245 and find them online, agents.farmers.com. Click on Minnesota, then click on Albert Lee to find Joey Talamontes and give him a like on Facebook as well. For the Albert Lee Tigers, who come in 0-6, they are at Byron tonight. The Bears are 1-5 on the season, as they have lost. They lost 5 in a row, and then won against Red Wing in their last ball game. So they dropped their opener at Casson Manorville 31-21. Then they lost at home to Faribault 32-14. Lost at Winona 23-16. Lost to Stewartville at home 28-20. Got shut out by Mankato East at home 17-0. And then last week at Red Wing, a big 50-13 win. So they come in here with some momentum in this game tonight. Albert Lee, of course, winless on the year with a 50-12 opening season loss at Faribault, 56-0 at home against Stewartville, 38-14 at Red Wing. They lost to Casson Manorville for homecoming, 42-14. At Winona, 60-21, and at home against Mankato East last week, 58-0. They have Byron tonight, and then next Wednesday they wrap up the regular season at home against Austin at Jim Gustafson Field, the Goss in Albert Lee. Area teams that are ranked in the top 10, starting in 9-man, Grand Meadow gets into the top 10. They're 5-1 this year, their 9-man football team, and so now they move into the 8th spot in the top 10 rankings. Lanesboro's number 2 in 9-man. Martin County West is ranked 9th in 1A. 2A features Blooming Prairie at the top at 6-0. They've been number 1 all year long. And a couple of other teams in their section are also in the top 10. That has got to be one of the nastiest sections coming up, with Blooming Prairie ranked number 1. Blue Earth area suffering their first loss of the year to Maple River last week. They dropped from 2nd to 8th, and Maple River appears in the top 10 for the first time at number 10. And they are also 5-1 in that section with Blooming Prairie. That's going to be a rip-roarer for sure. Fairmont is ranked number 2 in Class 3A. And then in 4A, Stewartville, who, of course, beat Albert Lee and Byron, by the way, they're 6-0, and they are ranked 4th in 4A. Just Becker, Hutchinson, and Mound West Tonka ahead of them. Casson Manorville is 8th in 4A, and their record is 4-2. In 5A, Mankato West from the Big Nine is number 1, has been all year. They're 6-0. Rochester Mayo moves up from 8th to 6th at 5-1 on the season. And thanks to our legion of followers here as far as sponsors, just tons of them, sports boosters, including Pizza Ranch, Thompson Sanitation, Mapleton Marine, Derek's Preferred Auto, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, Northbridge Mall, T&W Towing, and Freeborn County Solid Waste. Thank them one and all. As well as, I mentioned Joey Talamontes as the pregame sponsor here. Also, Man Between the Lakes will bring you the scoreboard sponsorship in the ball game tonight. They're at 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lee, 373-1714. Give them a like on Facebook. A Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home on Highway 13 in Albert Lee sponsors the halftime and final stats each game. Call them at 373-4330 or online bayviewfuneral.com and like them on Facebook. Albert Lee Chiropractic, Acupuncture, and Massage at 1340 West Main in Albert Lee. Call 377-3780 or online albertleechiropractic.com and give them a like on Facebook. Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Angie Eggum at 127 South Broadway in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-2000. Online, edwardjones.com/Angie Eggum. And Give her a like on Facebook, too. Farmers Mutual Insurance, Highway 13 in Manchester. Call 507-826-3425. Online, manchestermutual.com. And like them on Facebook. Urban and Gerbert's sponsors the player of the game. Each week, we award a $20 gift card to the Albert Lee player of the game. And you can go to see them at 132 Bridge Avenue in Albert Lee or call 507-473-2033. Online, urbanandgerberts.com, and like them on Facebook. The Good Steward Consulting first half of Tiger football, brought to you by Good Steward Consulting at 122 West Main in Albert Lee. They've got a passion about renewable energy and other rural developments for environmental and economic reasons, and they might be looking to hire you, too. Find out more at goodstewardconsulting.com. Alpha Orthodontics sponsors the second half of Tiger football. A proud supporter of Tiger football. Of course, Alpha Orthodontics in the Skyline Plaza, Albert Lee. Call 377-0222 or online, alphaorthodontics.com. And like them on Facebook. Hodgman Drainage, Highway 34 Dodge Center. Call 507-528-2225. Online, hodgmandrainage.com. And like them on Facebook. Thompson Electric at 310 South 2nd Avenue West in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-4279. Online, thompsonelectricofalbertlee.com. And like them on Facebook. We also thank Albert Lee Taxi at 1325 Southeast Broadway, Albert Lee. Call 507-383-3341 and give them a like on Facebook. Trading Post off Highway 65 in Gordonsville. Call 507-448-3302 and like them on Facebook as well. We thank them one and all, 24 different businesses who help us out each and every week here on the football season. Starting lineup for Albert Lee includes the quarterback Dakota Yankee, who was the player of the game last week. Cole Jansen at fullback, and Garrett Giles will be the tailback tonight, starting anyway. Max Edwin will start at one flanker position, with the split ends being Caden Johnson and Connor May. Max Hacker starting at left tackle. Left guard will be Trenton Johnson. Isaac Shea is starting at center, with Caleb Banks at right guard, Justin Christensen at right tackle, and Logan Strom, the starting tight end. Defensively for the Tigers, it'll be Logan Strom at the defensive end, Trenton Johnson at tackle, Noah Dye at the other tackle. Garrett Giles starts at the defensive end. At linebackers, Mason Drescher, Cole Jansen, and Pardo. Connor May, the cornerback, one cornerback with Cameron Mudra, the other. And at safety, Caden Johnson, the free safety, Max Edwin, the strong safety. Long snapper on kicks and punts is Elijah Jacobson, with the holder on extra points and field goals being Tanner Kahn. Kicker, Alex Palmer, who also punts for the Tigers. And the kick returner and punt returner is Max Edwin in the ball game tonight. Captains for the Tigers include Wes Dahl, Cole Jansen, Garrett Giles, Dakota Yankee, and Luke Moeller, all voted on by the team in the preseason. So congratulations to them. And sit back, relax, and enjoy a night of football here on Power 96. We'll have the video on our website, kqprfm.com. We'll have audio and video at our Facebook page, facebook.com/Power96MN, and also on our YouTube channel, audio and video. Just search for Albert Lee Football on youtube.com, and we'll come up there. And if you would please subscribe, because the more subscribers we get, the quicker it is for us to get our own URL on YouTube, which would be kind of fun too. Kickoff is next on Power 96 Sports. Well, kickoff was early, and it was Max Edwin returning at 10 yards. Then Garrett Giles ran a 21-yarder, and it was 1st and 10, and they got 2 yards on first down. And now on 2nd and 9, loss of a few yards. Actually, they're going to put him down at the 40, so he lost a couple on that one. It looked like Jansen on that carry. So early going here. Albert Lee with the ball first, going left to right. And it's 3rd and 11 just underway. And, of course,
We are Power 96, 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lea, Minnesota. As the Albert Lea Tigers in their road whites with the red numerals, and of course Byron in their home black uniforms with the gold trim and numbers. Easy to see numbers this week, so I don't have that problem. Well, he's got two receivers each side. In fact, Giles, one of those receivers, he's got one back in the backfield. He's going to throw it out to the left. It's caught, and up to the 45 goes Jansen. It looked like, it was Edwin with the catch. Max catching his first pass and getting to the 45, a 5-yard gain, but still short of that first down by about 6 yards. So it's going to bring up a 4th and long here. Let's see what they do. Bring in the punter is what they do. That is Alex Palmer, who does the kicking and punting duties. Although you have Dakota Yankee as his blocking guy right in front of him, so you never know if they direct snap it to him and fake it, but they go to Palmer. He kicks it. Ooh, nice rush in there. They got close, but no block, and it rolls dead at the 30. Actually picked up by Byron there at the 30-yard line by Matt Frigard, and he gets tackled almost immediately. They're going to put him down at about the 31, 32-yard line. Let's see where they finally place it down. 32 is where they all the way up to the 33. Generous. But that's where Byron will start, 1st and 10. One win between these two schools in their 7th game of the year. So it could be a possible win for the Tigers, although Byron played really well in Red Wing last week in blowing out the Wingers. So 1st and 10, and here we go with Byron's first play from scrimmage. A handoff right up the middle to the 40, 45. He's on the midfield, and finally going to be brought down at the 40 of Albert Lea. That's a 27-yard gallop. That's Adam Glenn, the sophomore. Give him 27 on that one. 1st and 10, Byron at the Albert Lea 40. As Albert Lea started out with a 21-yard run from Garrett Giles. Now Glenn with a 27-yard gallop for the Bears, and he's going to get another carry and get shut down right at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackling there for Albert Lea by Trenton Johnson, among others. We are in the Good Steward Consulting first half of Tiger football, brought to you by Good Steward Consulting at 122 West Main in Albert Lea. They have a passion about renewable energy and other rural developments for environmental and economic reasons. And, hey, they might be looking to hire you. Find out more at goodstewardconsulting.com. 2nd and 10 from the Albert Lea 40 for Byron here. 8:07 to go in the first quarter. Handoff again to Glenn. He's going to try the right side. He's got some room out there. He's got a first down across the 30. 10-yard pickup. 3 carries for Glenn right away on the ball game here. 37 yards after that 27-yarder to open the first series for the Bears. Senior night here in Byron. 1st and 10 from the Albert Lea 30 from the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 right, single back, and it's going to be a little screen at the line, and he dropped it. Had Matt Frigard open, but just looking upfield a little too soon. He had a guy coming in on him, but maybe heard footsteps. I don't know. But incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10. 7:34 to go, first quarter. Up to the line come the Bears. Shotgun again. 2, 3 receivers right. Single back. And he's going to get it, and it's Glenn. He's going to go to the left side, jump around, get by a couple guys over the 25 to about the 21 or 2 on a nice little gain. Not quite to first down yardage at the 20. They're going to put it down at about the 23. Give him 7 yards on that one. Brings up 3rd and 4 at the 24. Albert Lea needing a big stop here. Clock running, 7:03 left first quarter. It's going to be Glenn. No, he faked to him, and quarterback takes off up the middle. He gets the first down. And inside the 20 to around the 17 or 18-yard line. It'll be about 7 yards for Cale Robinson, the sophomore quarterback. 6 yards they give him. First down. First at the 19, they're saying, but it looks more like the 18 as they set it down there. But the scoreboard says 19. We'll go with my eyes. First and 10 at the 18 for Byron. Shotgun again, single backfield, one receiver each side. It's a handoff to Glenn, left side. He gets over the 15 to about the 13. So picking up a good, tough 5 yards there. A good-looking runner, sophomore. It's a young backfield, a sophomore quarterback and a sophomore running back starting. Give him 5 on that one for 49 yards now on 5 carries. And it's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 13 of Albert Lee for Byron as they've methodically moved it down the field via the run. Only one pass play, and it was incomplete. Here's the snap, and again, Glenn, this time right side. He's got a blocker out in front of him. He cuts it inside. He's going to gain yardage inside the 10. And tackled there by a host of Tigers, including Johnson and all the big guys up front for the Tigers. Dahl and Johnson. And Max Hacker. And it makes it a first down, though, all the way to the 7. So first and goal for Byron on that carry by Glenn. Another 6 yards. And he's going to get a fake to him, and it's the quarterback keeper around the left side. Did he get in? No signal. Yes, now the referee on the end line says touchdown. 7-yard run for Robinson. And the score, with 5:18 to go here in the first quarter, it is Cale Robinson with the 7-yard run around the left side. He reached for the end zone as he was being tackled. Here's the extra point, up and good. That was taken by a strange number for a kicker, 81, Bradley Pavon. He's a senior, and he kicks it through for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Byron on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. It's brought to you by Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway. And there you will find great quality clothing, especially some fall items if you're looking to get some warmer clothes. Great stuff that you don't always find everywhere, and tons of accessories too for any man in your life. Even ladies would love shopping there. So everybody get on in and buy discount gift certificates to Man Between the Lakes on our Power Shopper at KQPR FM and like them on Facebook. 7-0, 5:18 to play, first quarter. Byron up on top, and Albert Lee about to get the ball. And as I said in the pregame, we have video of the game on our website, kqprfm.com. Audio stream is the Austin Bruins tonight. They are underway just a few minutes ago, and we'll try and update you on that game. But we also have our audio and video on our Facebook site, facebook.com/power96mn, and on our YouTube channel. It's actually go to youtube.com, search for Albert Lee Football, and you'll find us there. The kickoff fielded, and they're going to bring it out to the 20 as a touchback there. I kind of took my eyes off it as I was looking at our information there, but it looked like Edwin had it, but maybe downed it in the end zone, and they bring it out to the 20. First and 10, Albert Lee with their second possession. On their first play of the game, Garrett Giles ran for 21 yards up the middle, but then not much after that, and they had to punt it away. Giles, the starting tailback, has not had that. He's played tailback, but just not in starting position for a few weeks. But he looks good so far tonight. There's a pitch to Edwin, who was kind of late coming around the corner, or maybe the pitch was too early, but nonetheless, he dropped it and then covered it, but that's going to lose about 6 yards. And that puts him in -1 on. Actually, and that's not a catch, so I'll move it over to the runs. He's got 1 run for -6, 1 catch for 5. So second and long, 16 yards. 4:40 left and counting here deep in their own territory from the shotgun. Yankees got 2 running backs, 1 on each side of him, and receivers right and left. He's going to throw, and he goes over the middle, caught and dropped. Almost possession at the 30. Would have been a first down, but it was ended up being dropped there by Logan Strom, the tight end, who was over the middle of the field and incomplete from Yankee. His first pass attempt. Nope, his second one. He's got the completion to Edwin for 5 yards on that first carry, or first series. And now it brings up 3rd and long for these Tigers from their own 14-yard line. Got to get 16 up to the 30. Again, shotgun. 2 backs beside him, each side, and receivers right and left. He's getting flush from the pocket. He's going to get dropped. Yankee down inside the 15 at about the 13. So another yard loss there on the sack. So about a yard loss, and they'll have to kick it away. 4th and long with 4:03 to play. Clock running as Palmer. Nope, they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 17. No, they do pick it. It wasn't Palmer kicking it. It was somebody else. Maybe something helped happen to Palmer, but it was Ashton Anderson who did the honors, and it got blocked and went out of bounds after only going about 10 yards at the 20-yard line. So Byron gets great field position as new punter. Fooled me. I thought maybe they were going to go for it since I didn't see Palmer, but they did have Ashton in there, Ashton Anderson, sophomore. And unfortunately, they got a piece of that one, and it got knocked out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 19.5. They're going to put it down. 1st and 10. Byron, the short field here, already up 7-0. Bad luck. Just keeps on rolling against the Tigers. Here's the shotgun formation for the Bears. Single backfield, and nice try at a tackle there on the. That's actually a nice misdirection, as it is a touchdown for the Bears. Was that Cale Robinson who got it in? Yeah, he ran it in from 20 yards out. I was fooled. I thought number 30 had it, but misdirection there, and Robinson runs it in for the touchdown. The extra point's up, and see if the referees say it's good, and they do. 3:40 to go here in the first quarter, and 14-0 already, and that was, of course, a very short field there. 20 yards to go for Byron to get that second score, and it does happen on the first play. Second play, I guess, from scrimmage. Extra point good. And on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard, it's 14-0 Byron. And we've got 3:40 to play here in the first quarter. Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway. Great clothing, tons of accessories, great signs, great T-shirts, great shot glasses. Shot glass with a bullet hanging out of the side, or a golf ball. Just a number of great stuff. And that's local artists from around southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, who they have in their store. So check them out at 119 South Broadway in Albert Lee. Waiting to kick off from Bradley Pavon as he is teeing it up. And deep is Edwin for the Tigers at about the 10. Here's the boot. And it's end over end, and he grabs it inside the 5, almost at the goal line. He's going to go to his right to the 10, dances around, and gets tackled at about the 12. On the return for Edwin. 1st and 10, again, deep in their own territory. Need to recapture some of that magic they had a little bit on that 21-yard gallop on the first play by Garrett Giles. Other than that, they have not done too much positive on offense here tonight, but they'll set it down at the 12. 1st and 10 for the Tigers, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Up to the line they come from the shotgun. Receivers right and left. Connor May out to the right. And Edwin to the left as a run that's not going far, maybe to the 15. And the carry there as they unpile was Jansen. Cole getting the tough yards up the middle, maybe see what they do and put it down. Yeah, they're going to give him 3 yards on that one, so he's in positive yardage now, Jansen, with 2 carries for a yard after losing 2 on his first attempt. 2nd and 7, 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. From the shotgun, Yankee gets the snap and he hands it off quickly to Giles, who crosses the 15, but then gets tackled there at around the 18-yard line. He may have picked up the couple there. It's going to make it 3rd and 5 from the 18. See what they do here. Backed up in their own end. Still haven't reached the 20. 3rd and about 5. Shotgun. Snap. Fake the handoff. Then the pitch, but it's misplayed by Giles. He's got to run back and jump on it inside the 10. And that's going to send up 4th and long. He's inside the 10. Well, they're going to actually mark it at the 10. So a loss of about 8 yards for Giles. And the punt. Palmer's back in there. Alex standing in his end zone to kick this one away. Last one was blocked. This one goes straight in the air. It's going to bounce at the 20 and out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 17. So not much of a punt there. That one not coming off his foot well at all. Just went straight in the air. It was an end-over-ender and went about 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. So again, Byron with great field position inside the Albert Lee 20 at about the 18. 1st and 10, already up 2 touchdowns. All the action going on down on this end of the field. And up to the line comes Robinson and the Bears. He hands it off, and this time around the right side goes Jacob Thompson, and he's galloping over there. Finally brought down inside the 5. Have to see where they set it down. But a healthy run there from Thompson, his first carry. Jacob's a senior from the 18 all the way down inside the 5 at the, they haven't, here they go, at the 2 is what they're going to call it. 16-yard run around the right side for Thompson. On 1st and goal, it's Thompson left side, and he scoots into the end zone. And try at a tackle there for Cameron Mudra, but in the end zone goes Thompson for the 3rd touchdown of the day for the Byron Bears. And still here in the first quarter, about 1:03 left here in the opening quarter. Cold night in Byron. Cold night everywhere. But here it is. Quite chilly and good football weather, but not so much for calling it. You start shivering. It's not good on the radio. But the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard brought to you by Man Between the Lakes. And it is, they had a penalty, huh? I guess I was too busy writing down the score. Must have had an infraction of some sort because they moved them all the way back to about the 13. And here's the snap, and it's Thompson now right side, and he gets back a big chunk of that and gets inside the 10 to about the 5. According to the side judge. Second down and 13 from the 13. 2nd and 5. They changed it to the 5, so that was an 8-yard pickup. So from the 5, 2nd down, here's the snap. And Robinson hands it off. Again, Thompson, he tries the left side, and he gets in. So they moved him back. Let's just check for any kind of flag on the field this time before I start writing things down. And I do not see one, so they're going to count that one on a 5-yard run, so better than the 2-yard run he had before. And they'll try the extra point. And the snap is there, the hold, and the kick goes up and is good. 21-0. Byron on the man between the lakes scoreboard with 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. And man between the lakes at 119 South Broadway in Albert Lea. Great clothing, great accessories, great fun gift items as well for any man on your list. And the ladies would love them too, so you got to go check them out if you haven't already at 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lea. And we do have discount gift certificates to Man Between the Lakes on our Power Shopper at kqprfm.com. And give them a like on Facebook so you can keep up to date on anything they've got going on there. 21-0 here in the Good Steward Consulting first half of Tiger football, brought to you by Good Steward Consulting, 122 West Main in Albert Lea. They got a passion about renewable energy and other rural developments for environmental and economic reasons, and they might be looking to hire you. Find out more at goodstewardconsulting.com. Coming up at halftime, the Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home halftime stats. And Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, Albert Lea's only 100% locally owned full-service funeral home. They're there when you need them at Highway 13 Albert Lea. And Edwin takes the kickoff to his right, and he's met there at the 15. So, again, deep in their own territory for the Tigers. They can't get any good field position here tonight as they trail 21-0. But Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, call 373-4330 or online bayviewfuneralhome.com or bayviewfuneral.com, and like them on Facebook. And we'll give the Urban and Gerbert's Player of the Game at the end of the game tonight to an Albert Lea player, a $20 gift card. And you can order in person at 132 Bridge Avenue in Albert Lea at Urban and Gerbert's with a convenient drive-through, or download the free app and order online at urbanandgerberts.com. Plus, they deliver. 1st and 10 for Albert Lea at their own 15. And a pass from Yankee complete to his tight end. He's up at the 40 and almost gets to midfield on the last play of the first quarter. That would be Logan Strom finally catching that one. He had one over the middle dropped last time, but picks that one up all the way to the 47-yard line. So a 32-yard pickup there for Strom just as the first quarter ends. Yankee 2 for 4 for 37 yards. They got a penalty down. Yeah, there's a flag at the 15-yard line. The refs trying to figure out what happened here. Got an illegal man downfield or something there, looks like, from the ref against Albert Lea, so bring that one back. But do it on the other side, because you got to switch sides here. The time is run out. They've already put 12 minutes on for the next quarter. So they're going to bring it back to the 15, but that's even going to have to go farther because that's where the original line of scrimmage was. Somebody downfield too early, and they're going to mark it back to the 10. And the quarter ends. The refs finally figure that out, and they got to go all the way to the other end of the field. So we're through the first quarter of play, and it's 21-0 Byron. And we will be back with more here from Byron on Power 96 Sports.
How do you want your life to sound? Like this? Or like this? Life is better with a boat. Find the perfect boat to get you away from the noise, because really, life is better with a boat. Find your perfect Crestliner boat with Mercury Motor at Mapleton Marine, also at mapletonmarine.com or on Highway 22 in Mapleton. Life is better with a boat.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
They'll start the second quarter, Albert Lea, at their own 10-yard line. And trailing 21-0. And thanks to the Sports Boosters, Mapleton Marine, Thompson Sanitation, Pizza Ranch, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Northbridge Mall, Derek's Preferred Auto, T&W Towing, and Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, as well as Albert Lee Chiropractic, Acupuncture, and Massage at 1340 West Main in Albert Lee. Call 377-3780 or online, albertleechiropractic.com, and like them on Facebook. Albert Lee up to the line. First and 15 from the 10. And from the shotgun, Yankee with a handoff that goes up the middle, and Jansen just a yard or two over the 10. Depends on where they spot that one. Edward Jones, financial advisor. Angie Eggum at 127 South Broadway in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-2000. Online, edwardjones.com/Angie Eggum. And like her on Facebook. Farmers Mutual Insurance, Highway 13, Manchester. Call 507-826-3425. And online, manchestermutual.com. And like them on Facebook. I'm going to put it down at the 12, so a 2-yard pickup there for Jansen on his third carry for 3 yards. And it's second down and 14 from the 12, as up under center this time, Yankee, and he throws it over the middle again. It's tight end Strom open, and he catches it first down yardage near the 30 at about the 27-yard. It's a 15-yarder for Logan Strom. Had that 32-yarder called back. But they're going to call it the 28, so 16-yard pickup there. And first and 10, Tigers at their own 28, as up under center again, Yankee with the single back. And it's Jansen trying the right side, and he gets a good 2, 3, 4 yards maybe, depending again on the spot. Also, thanks to Alpha Orthodontics, Skyline Plaza, Albert Lee. Call 507-377-0222, online at alphaorthodontics.com, and like them on Facebook, as they give him 4 yards to the 32. Second and 6 for the Tigers. Hodgman Drainage, Highway 34, Dodge Center. Call 507-528-2225, online, hodgmandrainage.com, and like them on Facebook. Thompson Electric at 310 South 2nd Avenue West in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-4279 as Yankee tries to roll to his left, but he's going to get piled on by 5 or 6 Bears and lose some yardage there. Thompson Electric of AlbertLee.com online, and like them on Facebook. Farmers Insurance Agent Joey Talamonte, 710 East Main Street, Suite 100 in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-3245. Online, agents.farmers.com. Click on Minnesota, click on Albert Lee, and you'll see Joey, and like him on Facebook, too. As well as Albert Lee Taxi on Southeast Broadway in Albert Lee. Call 507-383-3341, and like him on Facebook. And the Trading Post in Gordonsville, 507-448-3302, and like them on Facebook. 3rd and 12 from the 26, as they call it an official 2-yard loss. Here's a screen to Jansen, which is not going to get first down yardage. But he gets tripped up just over the 30 with about a 5-yard pickup on that pass from Yankee. And the first catch for Jansen. 5-yarder there, not enough for a first down, though. It's going to be 4th and 8, and Palmer comes in. Alex will kick it away. Standing at his 20 for the snap. 8:43 to play in the half. And the boot, better this time, is going to go almost to the 40 of Byron, but nobody there to get him, and he's crossed the 50 down to the 40-yard line before he's wrestled out of bounds by Jansen. And Byron, 1st and 10 at the Albert Lee 41 to start their next drive. So that's an official sack on that play before of a couple of yards. That'll be the second sack of Yankee. 8:31 to play here in the half. 21-0 Byron, and they have the ball at their Tiger 41 as they come up to the line. And from the shotgun, it's Robinson. One back behind him is Glenn. And it's a fake to him, and he'll throw over the middle. This guy is open at the 15 and gets tripped up just at the goal line. No touchdown, as a shoestring tackle made by Connor May, but right at the goal line, basically. for a 40-yard pickup to Matt Frigard. His first catch for 40 yards. First and goal from the inch line. Clock running, 8:16, 15 to go. Robinson with the shotgun snap. Gives it to his all-world running back, Glenn, and he's going to be short of the end zone on that. No, he got in. Referee finally puts his arms in the air for the touchdown. And is that May writhing around on the ground? There's a Tiger down at the goal line. I think I see 84. He made the shoestring tackle on Frigard, but somebody laying down there, and it's a Tiger. And while we have the break here, Byron waiting for the extra point. 8:07 to play in the second quarter. And we'll take a break here and be back shortly with more football action on Power 96 Sports.
The doors are open at your local Austin and Albert Lee Pizza Ranches. John, Trish, and the gang are excited to serve you. Now you can enjoy all the things your Austin and Albert Lee Pizza Ranches have been famous for. Dine in, relax, and enjoy the buffet. Hot pizza, chicken, fresh salad, desserts, and now hot wings are available. Want to take two to go or need delivery? Yep, it's all back and waiting for you. Of course, social distancing and measures are in place for your safety and theirs. The Pizza Ranches in Austin and Albert Lee now open to serve you.
Runners, to your mark. Set.
Some may see a sprinter. At the NFHS, we see a future leader already off to the races. Some may see a volleyball player.
Good hit! Way to go, girls! Woo!
At the NFHS, we see a spike in confidence that will help her achieve her potential. What else do we see? Musicians learning to march to their own beat. We're the NFHS, the national leader and advocate for high school athletics and activities in America, helping today's teenagers develop the skills they need to become tomorrow's leaders. And we see it happening in communities across Minnesota every single day. Learn more about the NFHS commitment to youth at nfhs.org. This message presented by the NFHS, the National Federation of State High School Associations.
Back here after the touchdown, they kicked the extra point. It was Pa Doe, the linebacker for the Tigers, who was injured. He walked off under his own power, though. And so Adam Glenn with the touchdown on that play that hurt Doe from 1 yard out, and then the extra point after they cleared the field and of the injured player. And the extra point was good, and it's 28-0 here with 8:07 to go. First half on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. They are at 119 South Broadway with tons of great accessories for any room in the house. They get plaques that are hilarious, little blue, but that's always fun. T-shirts the same, and some cool shot glasses and other drinking glasses and things like that, and some games. So check them out down there, as well as clothing and all kinds of other stuff. Knives, too, for the guy on your list or the lady on your list. And the kickoff coming here with Edwin down at his 6-yard line. And the boot is underway. And he will watch it bounce once, and then he's going to pick it up at about his 1 yard line and then head across field to his right and not make it back to the 15. That might have been smarter to let that one roll into the end zone and get the touchback, but he saw some daylight and tried to head out to the right. Ended up at about the 13-yard line where Alberley will start 1st and 10, trailing 28-0. 8 minutes exactly left here in the second quarter. The Bruins now up 2-0 in their game against Bismarck at Riverside Arena. First period action with still about 4 minutes left there. You can hear that game on the website, audio stream, kqprfm.com. The video stream will be our game on the website there. And also we are on Facebook.com/Power96MN and on YouTube.com search for Alberley Football. As the Tigers cough it up on that play, as Jansen gets pounded, and he's helped up by Giles, and he's picking grass out of his face mask, and it's a turnover to the Bears, and they have another great field position drive starting here at the 14-yard line. So turnover there for the Tigers gives Byron a short field again at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Robinson brings him up. He's in the shotgun with Glenn behind him in the backfield. And they muffed the exchange there, and it's on the ground, but Glenn jumps on it. It's going to be all the way back to the 20, though, at about a 6-yard loss. So we would have got 2nd and long here for the Bears as the clock runs with 7:34 left in the half. They're on the far hash mark. Going left to right, the Bears this quarter. As from the shotgun, Robinson gets the snap, fakes to Glenn, stumbles on his way to the right, and then the pass is bobbled around but caught, and a free rein to the end zone down the right sideline for James Durst, who scores from 20 yards. I don't see any hankies on the field, so we'll say that's a touchdown. 20-yarder, Robinson to Durst. Well, it is getting out of hand here in Byron. Less than a minute after scoring, they score again with the turnover and great field position. Extra point is up and through. The winds that were blowing earlier are not blowing at all here. And, of course, this field's down in a little bit of a bowl area, kind of, and does protect the wind. But the flags up top aren't blowing at all either, so not affecting the game in any way, and kind of helps keep it not so cold as well. But Robinson there to Durst makes it 35-0. 20-yarder on the touchdown, and the extra point is good. On the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard, Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway in Alberley. Great quality clothing, tons of accessories for men and women. But, of course, the store is Man Between the Lakes. And you can, of course, get in there and shop for any occasion with Christmas gift giving coming up, too. I'm sure they'll have some other great items coming in all the time. So check back often at Man Between the Lakes in downtown Albert Lea. 7:13 to play. First half, 35-0. Byron kicks off. Edwin going to watch this one, and it rolls into the end zone, touchback. They'll start out at their 20-yard line. First and 10, got to hang on to the ball this time around and get a positive drive together. It's 35-0 here. Plenty of time left in the first half to try and reverse field possession. They've been playing all day in their own end of the field, way deep in their own end of the field. Starting out here with shotgun formation, and Yankee look at the pass but gets buried for a loss, his third sack. And that was number 73, Josh Peterson, a senior, who broke through and got him before he could get rid of the ball there, and a loss back to the 13. So a 7-yarder there. He's got 10 yards of losses on 3 sacks so far. 2nd and 17 here for the Tigers, deep in their own end. Again, he's going to try and pass over the middle. It's Jansen on a screen. He avoids one tackle, but can't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. The original line of scrimmage does get it up to about the 16, so about a 3-yard gain on that. And that'll bring up 3rd and long. Jansen with 6 yards rushing, 8 yards receiving. 3rd and 17 from their own 17. Actually, 3rd and 14 from their own 17. As Yankee comes up under center, eye backfield behind him. And he's under duress again as he throws it out to the right. And that one hits the ground. And the hustle for it by both teams, thinking it might have been a backwards pass, but the referee says no, it's just an incompletion. And a 4th down and 14. Clock stops with the incompletion at 5:50 to go here in the first half. all Byron today. Boy, they haven't. I don't think Albert Lee's gotten it past the 40-yard line. I know they had that first nice run from Giles, the first play of the game from scrimmage. And after that, they haven't done much. A punt here for Palmer. Boots it high in the air. Fair catch called for at the Albert Lee 42. And they will start there, Byron, as Fregard catches that one. 5:43 to play in the half. And we thank a lot of our great sponsors here. Alpha Orthodontics coming up here. They will sponsor the second half. They're in the Skyline Plaza, Albert Lee. Call 507-377-0222. Online at alphaorthodontics.com and like them on Facebook. Hodgman Drainage at Highway 34 Dodge Center. Call 507-528-2225. Online, hodgmandrainage.com and like them on Facebook. First play from scrimmage for Byron here is around the left side. Robinson keeps it. Close to a first down out there. Depends on the mark. Get a good fake handoff game here. Actually, they call him down at about the 46, and there's a timeout from Albert Lee. So at the 34-yard line is where they put it down. 2nd and 2, about an 8-yard gain there on that run by Robinson. So with the break, we'll take a break and be back with more here on Power 96 Sports.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com.
2nd and 2. It's a screen to the right side. It eludes one tackler, and then Jansen and a couple other guys get him before after he crosses the 30. Down to about the 27-yard line. That's going to be a 7-yard gain. First down, Byron. 7-yarder. So Robinson up to 67 yards through the air. 3 of 5, I've got him. 3 runs for 21 yards and a score. 2 scores. He's getting the shotgun here and hands it to the back, Jacob Thompson. He's going around the left side. Flag comes flying in as he's brought down inside the 25 at about the 23. There's 4:59 left in the half. And we'll have to sort out the flag here. Could be a face mask, could be a guy downfield too early, could be a host of things. It came in downfield a bit. It's a hold on Byron, so that'll move him back 10. And the referee marking it off. He will set her down at the 34 of Albert Lee. Thanks also to Thompson Electric at 310 South 2nd Avenue West in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-4279. And online, thompsonelectricofalbertlee.com. And like them on Facebook. Farmers Insurance Agent Joey Talamontes at 710 East Main Street, Suite 100 in Albert Lee. Call 373-3245. 1st and 17 on the first penalty on Byron tonight. At their 39 of Albert Lee. This is going to be a carry around the corner by the quarterback, right side. He picks his way close to the 20. So a big chunk of yardage picked up there from the 39 all the way down to the 21, about an 18-yarder. Around the right side, and Robinson has some skills as a runner. 39 yards on 4 carries. He scored the first 2 on the ground for the Bears to get them out to their lead. Now 35-0. 4:02 to play. Second down and 4 from the 21 of Albert Lee. And the shotgun, he gets the snap. I think he was going to try and hand it off, but the running back wasn't there and almost picked off by Albert Lee down the field. Diving for it, but not being able to catch it. Number 23, who I don't have on my roster. so it's incomplete. 3rd and 4 from the 21. 3:49 to play. Joey Talamante's online, agents.farmers.com. Click on Minnesota, click on Albert Lee, and also like him on Facebook. It's the Good Steward Consulting first half, by the way. They bring you Tiger football, 122 West Main in Albert Lee. They have a passion about renewable energy and other rural developments for environmental and economic reasons. And they might be looking to hire you, so give them a check on the website, goodstewardconsulting.com. There's a run around the left side for a touchdown from 21 yards out. 21 yards out. And I think it was Thompson chugging around that left side. 21 yards, and he scores, and the extra point is good. And they're pouring it on now, 42-0. Still 3:42 to play here in the second quarter of action. And with 42-0 on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard, check them out at 119 South Broadway in Albert Lee. Great quality clothing. You know, you're coming into the fall season, you need something a little warmer, they've got that for you. They got great jeans. They've got great shirts, too. You can go down there and check them out. You're not going to find them at every store. These are very stretchable and comfortable fashions for guys. And so get on there and check those out. Great pricing, too, at Man Between the Lakes in Albert Lee. Back with more action from Byron on Power 96 Sports.
The doors are open at your local Austin and Albert Lee pizza ranches. John, Trish, and the gang are excited to serve you. Now you can enjoy all the things your Austin and Albert Lee pizza ranches have been famous for. Dine in, relax, and enjoy the buffet. Hot pizza, chicken, fresh salad, desserts, and now hot wings are available. Want to take 2 to go or need delivery? Yep, it's all back and waiting for you. Of course, social distancing and measures are in place for your safety and theirs. The pizza ranches in Austin and Albert Lee now open to serve you.
Touchback on the kickoff as Edwin lets that go in the end zone, and they'll start 1st and 10 on their own 20, trailing 42-0. Thanks to Albert Lee Taxi at 1325 Southeast Broadway in Albert Lee. Call 507-383-3341 and like them on Facebook. Trading Post off Highway 65 in Gordonsville. Call 507-448-3302 and give them a like on Facebook as well. 1st and 10 from their 20. Yankee up under center. I backfield behind him. Receivers right and left. And he gets the snap and hands it off to the Giles, the tailback. And he's got some room around the right side as he goes past the marker for the first down and steps out of bounds a few yards past that. So about a 12, 13-yard gallop there for Giles. His 5th carry. Depends on the spot here. They're going to put it at the 33-yard line. So a 13-yard carry. He's up to 30 yards on the evening on 5 carries is Giles. Same deal, I backfield behind Yankee up under center. He's going to hand it to Jansen, the first man through, the fullback. He's got some tough sledding there. Might have lost a yard. They had him at the 32, and now they're going to mark him at the 31. So we'll see a loss of 1 for Cole. He's got 5 yards on 6 carries, also 8 yards on 2 catches, and does have a fumble. 3:08 and counting, first half, 42-0, Byron. Out to the left comes Connor May, wide left. Edwin out to the right, high backfield behind Yankee, up under center. He's going to give it to Giles, who takes it around the right side again. He's got more room over there. He's got another first down, or close to it. He was barreled out of bounds there, close to the sticks. As always, depends on the spot. He had to get about the 42. And it looks like he's past that, although there's a flag. And they're going to call a hold on the Tigers, so back it goes. 10 yards to about the 21. Unless it's from the spot of the hold. We'll see where they put it down here after another 10-yard mark off against the Tigers. And about the 23. 2:46 to play in the first half. As Albert Lee trying to get into enemy territory for the first time tonight. They have not crossed the 50. And with the play being in that side of the field, defensively tough on your D to have short fields to protect all the time. There's a fake handoff to Giles and a throw to Edwin near the 40, and it's out of bounds over his head. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage at the 24. So we're on 3rd and 20. From the 24, Albert Lee trying to get things moving here. They've had a couple of good runs from Giles. Yankee has 29 yards through the air on 4 completions. As he has the snap, and he's being chased, and he gets rid of it before he's dropped. They call it incomplete. Will they throw a flag for grounding? Yes. It's a little delayed, but after consulting with each other, they are going to call it a grounding play, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have to kick it away. Grounding on Yankee, as he just tried to get rid of it as he was being run over by a couple of Bears. So that'll put it deeper, and that'll be tough punting for Palmer. .235 remain here in the half. As they sort out what to do with the ball, they're going to mark it back. It's a loss of down, and 4th and very long. They finally put her down here. They're going to get to the 42 for a first down, and they have it back at the 13. It's like 29 yards. 4th and 30, they call it on the scoreboard. Go for it. No, from their own 13. Actually, from their own 8-yard line. Palmer, a high snap, but he's able to gather it in and get the kick away, and it's going to bounce around at around the 30 and then take a Byron leap forward to closer to the 25, about the 27-yard line. It was where they'll start out again in great field position, as they have been all evening long. This game has been played from the 40 and in on the Tiger side of the field. The Bears, Bruins, same difference. The Austin Bruins are leading now in the second period, just underway. 2-0 is their score. 42 zip here with just 2:27 to go in the first half. And Robinson takes the snap, hands it off to his back. It's number 17 around the left side. He's going to score from the 26. That's Glenn. His second touchdown gallop. He's up to 76 yards now on 9 carries with 2 scores. As he is in for the 26-yard score. To make it 48-0, and pending the extra point, which is on the way and might have been touched by a Tiger player, but goes through nonetheless. And it is now 49-0 on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. Man Between the Lakes, 119 South Broadway, Albert Lee. Clothing, accessories, everything a guy could want right there in one store. And ladies, you're going to like a lot of that stuff too, so get in there and check it out. Don't be shy. There's plenty of signs and T-shirts with cool sayings on them, and great clothing as well. Made a little dressier stuff too, and knives and shot glasses and all kinds of stuff. So go on down there and check it out. All changing stuff as well all the time as we head into the holiday shopping season soon. And already, of course, they started that in July at some places, but Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway in Albert Lee. So we have 2:19 to go here in the half, and it is 49-0 in favor of the Bears. The homestanding Byron Bears ready to kick it away, and the boot is to Edwin, bouncing at the 15, right at him. Then he picks it up and dives ahead to the 20 before a wall of Bears accosts him, and he will give the Tigers possession right there, about the 20-yard line. 2:15 to play in the half. couple of penalties and a turnover deep in their own end have hurt the Tigers here, and just not able to get that running game going again. Had a couple of good runs, though, by Giles. He does have 30 yards on 5 carries, but you can't just feed him all day. They would key on that and stop that soon. So up to the line come the Tigers with Yankee up under center, I backfield behind him, receivers right and left. The snap and the give to Giles. He'll try the right side, and he's going to be taken down over the 20 at about the 22. A couple of yards there. Second and 8 from the 22. Under 2 minutes left here in the half. Clock running, 1:51. There come the Tigers going right to left here. Yankee up under center. Receivers right and left again in the I backfield. The fake handoff. He rolls to his right. Throws one out to the flat, and it is knocked away. Nice defensive play there. He was trying to get it to his tight end Strom again. Now 4 of 10, Yankee, by my count, for 29 yards passing. Been sacked 3 times for 10 yards and losses. Minute and a half to go as the incompletion brings up 3rd and 8 from the 22. As they come to the line again in that I backfield, you got the receivers to the left now. And Edwin from the slot gets the screen, but he's going nowhere with that one. And it's going to bring up 4th and long as they might have lost a couple yards back to the 20 on that one. 5th completion for Yankee. And Edwin, 2nd catch of the day. But with a 2-yard loss there, he's at 3 yards receiving, 6 yards rushing. Bring up 4th and long, and we got a timeout for the Tigers. That comes with 57.9 seconds to go here in the half, and we'll take the break with them here on Power 96 Sports.
Remember when you used to envy theirs?
Nice boat!
Now, they envy yours.
Hey, nice boat!
When the weekend comes to you, you come down to the dock.
Check out the incredible deals on Hewitt docks, lifts, and accessories. Get the quality Hewitt products you need and want at Mapleton Marine, your boating and Hewitt headquarters. Mapleton Marine on Highway 22 or mapletonmarine.com. Facebook too. What are you waiting for?
There you go, 4th and 10. Palmer kicking it away, and he boots one high in the air, and a fair catch made at the 46-yard line of Elberly with 51.1 left here in the half. And a 49-0 score in favor of Byron. Two 0 Austin Bruins in their game against the Bobcats. They have a game tomorrow night as well, 7:05 start time on Power 96 and streaming at kqprfm.com. They have the audio streaming on the website tonight. The video streaming there is our game. Here's the snap to Robinson, and the give is to the running back Thompson, who goes over to the left side and runs over a couple of guys, gets a first down and more. He must have got knocked out because the clock stops there, and they wind it. 39 seconds and rolling. He got to the 30 for a 16-yard pickup. He's up to 61. Clinton has 76 yards. Thompson 61. And this is Thompson again on the right side. He's wide open down to the 15, 10, run strong down close to the 5-yard line. Another 25-yard chunk play for Thompson around the right side. His 5th carry. Another 25. He's the leading rusher now for the Bears. As they try and close out the half here with a touchdown. 3-2-1, and he is in for the score. Thompson from 5 yards out his second score. Both Glenn and Thompson with 2 rushing touchdowns. And 91 yards on the ground for Thompson, 76 for Glenn. And as the half ends, they get their 8th touchdown. The extra point is on the way, and it's good. So 50, no good. It looked like I went over that left upright, but must have just missed on that one. 55-0 with 1.5 seconds left. Didn't quite run the clock out. 1.5 seconds left, 55-0 with Thompson running it over from 5 yards out. And the extra point, no good, though. You know, his foot's probably tired from the 7 previous extra points. As we will have a kickoff here for the last play of the first half. Alberta has returned 3 kicks for touchdowns this year, but one of them was, well, 2 of them were called back by penalty. The other one did count. But that was by Derek McMillan, and he's not here tonight. Hasn't played yet tonight. Just about ready to go here for the last play of the first half, unless he kicks it out of bounds or in the end zone. It's going to be Edwin. Oh, no, it gets by him. It's not Edwin, but picked up at about the 5 and run to the right side, and he's going to be tackled there. That was Ashton Anderson on the return, and that's the end of the first half, with a 55-0 score on the Man Between the Lakes scoreboard. At 119 South Broadway, downtown Alberta, Man Between the Lakes has all the stuff you need, guys and women. If you're wondering what to get for the guy, I think you just go down there. You'll see him in there somewhere in the products that they have. You'll just go, oh, that's my guy. And you'll get that for him and be just happy, both of you. And you can also pick something up for yourself, because there's some cool stuff down there as well for both men and women at Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway in Albert Lee. And the Good Steward Consulting first half is over as they bring you Tiger football each week. Good Steward Consulting at 122 West Main in Albert Lee, with a passion about renewable energy and other rural developments for environmental and economic reasons. And they might be looking to hire you. Find out more at goodstewardconsulting.com. The Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home halftime stats are coming up, and then the Alpha Orthodontics second half on the way. Our thanks to Urban & Gerbert's at 132 Bridge Avenue in Alberta. Call 507-473-2833. Online at urbanandgerberts.com, and like them on Facebook. Farmers Mutual Insurance on Highway 13 Manchester. Call 507-826-3425. Online, manchestermutual.com, and like them on Facebook. Edward Jones Financial Advisor Angie Eggum at 127 South Broadway, Alberta. Call 507-373-2000. Online, edwardjones.com/Angie Eggum, and like her on Facebook. Alberta Chiropractic, Acupuncture and Massage, 1340 West Main in Alberta. Call 377-3780 or online, albertleechiropractic.com, and like them on Facebook. And Power 96 is 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota. We'll come back with the stats for the half. At halftime, 55-0 Byron over Albert Lee on Power 96 Sports.
Being a teenager is tough. There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Minnesota's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Minnesota, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship. High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Minnesota knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Minnesota needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
Runners to your mark. Set.
Some may see a sprinter. At the NFHS, we see a future leader already off to the races. Some may see a volleyball player.
Good hit! Way to go, girls! Woo!
At the NFHS, we see a spike in confidence that will help her achieve her potential. What else do we see? Musicians learning to march to their own beat. We're the NFHS, the national leader and advocate for high school athletics and activities in America, helping today's teenagers develop the skills they need to become tomorrow's leaders. And we see it happening in communities across Minnesota every single day. Learn more about the NFHS commitment to youth at nfhs.org. This message presented by the NFHS, the National Federation of State High School Associations.
First half is in the books. It's 55-0 Byron here in Byron. And the Bears got out to that lead early and often with touchdowns from Cale Robinson, their quarterback. 2 touchdown runs in the first quarter, a 7-yarder and a 20-yarder. Then Jacob Thompson with a 5-yard run. And the first quarter ended 21-0. Second quarter, Adam Glenn on a 1-yard run, their running back. Robinson had a pass to his receiver, James. And that one was in from 20 yards out, and it was 35-0. And then Glenn on a 26-yard run, 2 scores later, made it 49-0. And then Thompson just had a 5-yard run. Jacob Thompson, his second gallop into the end zone on the evening. 55-0. The extra point was no good, finally. So 55-0 here at halftime. Jacob Thompson with 6 carries for 91 yards and 2 scores. Adam Glenn with 9 carries, 76 yards, and 2 scores. And then Cale Robinson with 4 carries for 39 yards and 2 scores. And also the touchdown pass from Robinson. He's got 67 yards through the air with a score on 3 of 5 passing. And James Durst was the James that I mentioned. He had the 1 catch for 20 yards on a touchdown. Matt Frigard, a 1 catch, 40 yards on the day. Albert Lee had Dakota Yankee with 5 completions in 11 attempts unofficially, because that's my account of things, and it's not always accurate. I get close, though. When the official stats come out, I'm always surprised at how close I am. 27 yards in completions there for Dakota Yankee. He did not run any, but he got sacked 3 times for minus 10 yards. Garrett Giles, the bright spot, he's had a couple of nice runs tonight. The senior tailback, 6 carries for 32 yards. Cole Jansen, 6 carries for 5 yards. He's had the tough inside yards. He did fumble it once. He had 2 catches for 8 yards, did Cole. And Max Edwin with a couple of grabs for 3 yards. He ran 1 for minus 6. And Logan Strom also looked pretty good. He had a 32-yard reception called back because of penalty, but he did have 1 grab officially for 16 yards in that first half. Albert Lee with 3 penalties, 1 for Byron, so really not a factor there for penalties. And it's another 55-0 halftime score. So tough to come back from that kind of a deficit in the second half, but we'll see what unfolds here in our Alpha Orthodontics second half. They are in the Skyline Plaza in Albert Lee, and Alpha Orthodontics has helped people get the smile of their dreams in over 150 zip codes. Dr. Leonard has been a board-certified orthodontist for over 35 years, and October is National Orthodontic Health Month. Dr. Leonard recommends bringing your child in as early as age 7 for their first complimentary exam. That's right, I said complimentary exam for the first time for your 7-year-old. This allows Dr. Leonard to monitor changes and to recommend the best time to start. No referral necessary either. Call 377-0222 or online alphaorthodontics.com, and give them a like on Facebook so you can keep up to date on everything they're doing. Those stats brought to you by Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, by the way, with the halftime and final stats. Bayview is Albert Lee's only 100% locally owned full-service funeral home. There when you need them on Highway 13 Albert Lee. Call 373-4330 or online bayviewfuneral.com, and like them on Facebook. Tiger Player of the Game will be announced at the end of the game and given a $20 gift card from Urban & Gerbert's in Albert Lee at 132 Bridge Avenue. You can order in person, convenient drive-through. You can download the free app and order online at urbanandgerberts.com. Plus, they deliver. What else do they need to do for you? All kinds of different ways to get the great Urban & Gerbert's food. We've still got about 5 minutes until we get here going on the second half of football action from Byron on Power 96 Sports.
Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Minnesota, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Minnesota high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Minnesota high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association. High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Minnesota knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Minnesota needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
Being a teenager is tough.
There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Minnesota's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
So 55-0 here at halftime. Byron over Alberley. Mankato West leads Northfield 28-0. Doesn't say where in the game there. Just says in progress. Let's see if I can find any other scores from that. So a lot of schools played last night. In fact, USC with a big win last night. If I can get to that game now, they beat Janesville Waldorf Pemberton 33-0 last night at home. Maple River rolled over LeSueur Henderson 49-13, and Maple River just crawling into the top 10 in Class 2A, in Class 2, AA for football action. They beat Blue Earth area last week to go to 5-1, and beating up LeSueur Henderson 49-13 yesterday. So they are starting to hit their stride as we get close to playoff football. That's just a week and a half away. 26th, Tuesday, it's the first round. They're going to turn around and play on Saturday if you win, so they don't make it easy for you. You don't have a lot of time to recover from that first playoff game. And there you go again. We're going to be having the Blooming Prairie Blossoms game for the first round of the playoffs on the 26th of October, and we'll follow them as long as they go. Of course, Maple River and Blue Earth area also in that section, so it's a really tough section, and NRHEG's in that section too. So lots of area teams, but we will have Albert Lee's finale next Tuesday, next Wednesday. I get all mixed up. Tuesday is the playoffs starting the following Tuesday, but next Wednesday is the season finale for regular season, and it'll be Austin and Albert Lea, the border battle at the Gus in Albert Lea. Both teams winless and trying to close out the season with a win. So that'll be maybe Albert Lea's best chance at a victory, as this is not turning out their way here in Byron with only one win on the year too for the Bears. But they took it to Red Wing last weekend. They're taking it to Albert Lea tonight. Still about a minute and a half here left in the first half as we get into the Alpha Orthodontics second half of football action. And Alpha Orthodontics in the Skyline Plaza in Albert Lea, proud supporter of Tiger football. Dr. Leonard specializes in getting you a great smile, and he's the area's elite Invisalign provider. Ask about Invisalign for a less noticeable option. Call today for your complimentary consultation and take your first step towards your new smile. In October being National Orthodontic Health Month, fits right into the plans there at Alpha Orthodontic. Dr. Leonard recommending bringing your child in as early as age 7 for their first complimentary exam, and he'll monitor changes and recommend the best time to start. No referral necessary. 377-0222, the number, or online, alphaorthodontics.com. And you can like them on Facebook. We'll have the final stats from Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home at the end of the game. And, of course, Tiger Player of the Game, brought to you by Urban & Gerbert's in Albert Lea as well. $20 gift card going to the Albert Lea Player of the Game. As judged by me and Reg, Sports Boosters, Northbridge Mall, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, T&W Towing, Derek's Preferred Auto, Thompson Sanitation, Pizza Ranch, and Mapleton Marine. A lot of those guys have been with us for years and years on these sports broadcasts, and we thank them for that. 24 businesses sponsoring Albert Lea football this year, and we're very proud of that and very thankful to them for doing so. As we're getting set to go for the second half of action, we got quarterback Robinson, the starter, warming up. Kale looks like he'll be coming out to start the second half for the Bears. But I'm sure we will see a lot of different numbers in the second half for both squads. As Albert Lea sets up to kick off, and Alex Palmer is going to do the honors. As he gets a football and he squeezes it. Get it ready to go. Setting it on the tee at the 40. And the first kickoff for Palmer today. He's punted the ball several times, but hasn't had a kickoff yet. And we have an Albert Lea player running off the Adam Semple running off the field at the last minute. No, he's going to come back. He's on the end of the line. No, he's going to find a spot on the other side of the field. And we're set to go for the second half. 55-0 Byron. They're getting the ball. And it's deep and going to roll or bounce at the 5 and then finally roll into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10, Byron at their 20. As they set up. Trying to see numbers here. If there's anything familiar or if I'm going to have to look down the line and get some new numbers. It might be Tyler Connolly in at quarterback. I just saw number 18 trot in there. Yep, he's going to be their quarterback. So Tyler is a sophomore, just like starter Robinson, whose day is done. We are now in the Tyler Connolly era of the game here, and he hands off around the right side to Luke Schur. And he's going to get first down yardage over the 30. And that is number 11, Luke Scheuer. He's a sophomore as well. They got a lot of young players here. These guys are stocked for the future. If they can improve their record, they got some damage done. But the last 2 weeks, they played quite well. 34-yard line is where Scheuer got it out to. His first run for 14 yards. And 1st and 10, and here's a fake handoff, and the quarterback keeper, Connolly up the middle. And he gets about, we'll call it 4 yards on his first carry of the game. 2nd and 6 from their own 43 for Byron. Just underway, third quarter. And they are up 55-zip on the Tigers. Shotgun, single back. He gets it. And it's Scheuer around the right side. He's going to get the first down yardage, but the flag comes flying in. And he's still juking off players. And he's going to come all the way from the right to the left side of the field. He's at the 40, 35, cuts it back again, and goes all the way over to the right side of the field, leaving white uniforms in his wake. Another flag comes flying in. And flags all over the place as he finally goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Oh, quite a run. He must have run 150 yards just to get down to the 20. He went from one side of the field to the other 2 or 3 times. He's got to be tuckered out. Is he a distance runner in track or what? That was impressive. Luke Scheuer is going to come out here. He's running off the field, too. Just take it easy, man. Walk a few. They're going to bring him back as Byron is trotting way back into their own end. But several infractions on that. As he ran, flags started flying. They're going to put it down at the 30. So that is 13 yards behind what it was. The original line of scrimmage at 43. And here they come, second down from their 31. And a shotgun for Connolly. And again, the handoff, why not? Scheuer, not Scheuer this time, I think he came up, but that's a running back getting up to a couple of yards there. And that is, this time, Dylan Lockhart. His first carry at a ball game. And they get him, well, I think he just got back at the line of scrimmage on that one, so no gain. 3rd and 13 from their own 31. I want to see Luke Scheuer again. He's fun to watch. Not so fun to chase around, I'm sure, for the tired Tiger defense. 3rd and 13. And from the shotgun, fake handoff, and the quarterback keeper, Connolly, coming around the left side. He's got a lot of white jerseys in his way, though, and he's going to be dropped about the 38. So maybe a 6-yard gain there. And that'll bring a 4th down and long, and they will have to kick it away. Needed to get about the 44 for a first down. And they put it at the 38-yard line. So 4th and 6, or 7. And dropping back to kick it away for the first time is James Durst, receiver and punter. Of course, they could always fake it, but he gets it and boots it away. And back deep is Albert Lee's. They let it go. It was Ashton Anderson, and they down it. The Bears do inside the 10 at about the 6-yard line. So again, deep in their own field, side of the field for the Tigers, as they have been all evening long. Unable to even achieve midfield yet in this ball game, the Tigers. And, you know, kept giving Byron the ball with 30 or less yards to go to score, and they just piled it on. Yankee will come up, lead the Tigers up to the field, to the line of scrimmage. Now, 1st and 10 at the 5. I backfield behind them. Receiver right and receiver left. This is going to be Giles, the tailback, getting in. The pile just keeps moving forward as he gets close to the 10 there. 9.5 or so. It's going to be about a 4 or 5 yard gain for Garrett. Senior backfield, Garrett Giles and Cole Jansen, and junior quarterback Dakota Yankee. So 4 yards for Giles on that one. He's up to 36 on 7 carries. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Up under center this time, Yankee, and he's going to pitch it back to Giles. He picks his way through a couple of tacklers and gets to the 15 before he's tackled. First down. Albert Lee and Giles slow to get up. You got a little limp on the left leg there as they set it down just across the 15. 1st and 10 for the Tigers as Giles is up to 41 yards on the day. And he comes off a little for a hit with his limp there and takes a break. As the Tigers send in some extra receivers, it looks like. We got Connor May coming out wide right. And Edwin on the left side, the I backfield. And it's going to be Jansen with the tough yards up the middle. He moves the pile and keeps going, fighting with somebody for the ball, but he keeps control of it up to about the 22-yard line. So 6 tough yards there for Cole as he just kept moving that pile. There's an equal amount of Albert Lee and Byron players as that pile just kept going forward. Well, the right way for Albert Lee anyway, left to right. Fell down at about the 22. 2nd and 4 for the Tigers as Yankee up under center and the I backfield behind him. And he's going to give to the first back through, and he's got yardage, first down yardage to about the 30-yard line for Paul Doe. It looked like 24. that the right number that I get? I haven't seen him carry the ball yet this year. He's a linebacker usually. But it was a carry up to the 30, 8-yard gain. And Jansen is the tailback now. Looks like Doe right ahead of him. And this is going to be a keeper, it looks like, and the file is moving forward to the 35, 36-yard line for a few-yard gain. About a 4 or 5-yarder. Is that Yankee? Yep, he's at the bottom of it. His first run, he got about 6 on that one. And so we're looking at 2nd and 4 from the 35, 36-yard line. Really still in their own end of the field, but getting to be farther than they've gone yet here this evening. It is Doe up there as fullback, and he gets that carry, and he's going to go nowhere. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage or lost a yard. I guess he lost a half a yard. 2 carries now for Doe, and he's got 6 yards. Had that 8-yard carry before. I was just surprised to see 24 getting the ball carry. Had not seen him play fullback yet this year, but when Giles went out with his little limp there, they put Jansen back at tailback from fullback, and they had to have somebody lead block for him, and it's Doe. So what do we got? 3rd and 6 here at their own 34. And Yankee has a pass over the middle, and it's complete, but there's flags, and they're going to get procedure before the snap. Set them back 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 11. 4th penalty on Albert Lee. Minimal yards. A couple of holding calls, and then they had a grounding call, and then this one here for 5 yards. It's 3rd and 12 from the 34. Actually, from the 29. 3:36 to go, 3rd quarter. As Yankee brings him up, he's up under center, eye backfield behind him. Fake handoff, and then a pass over the middle is tipped away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Logan Strom over the middle, and he's limping now, Strom, on his right leg. So that'll bring up 4th down and long, and they're going to have to kick it away again. They got up to the 31, and the drive stalls. As this punt is almost blocked, and it's a line driver, low one, but it's going to bounce and roll into Byron territory and die at about the 41, where it's touched down there by Elijah Jacobson, who's usually first downfield on punts. So he does his job, and the clock is running. Now, we read it was 4th quarter, 35 to nothing, I think, isn't it? That was the standard for the mercy rule, but last 2 weeks we've seen it in the entire second half where the clock keeps rolling against Albert Lee. If they've been down, of course, more than 35, it's 55. Maybe there's another scoring threshold that is being reached here, but 1st and 10 for the Byron Bears, and it's going to be a handoff. And with room for about a 5 yards, the ball's on the ground and people diving for it. That was Scheuer running it. The handoff from Connolly gets up to about the 46. It's going to be Byron ball still. 2nd and 5, so give Scheuer a 5-yard gainer. He's back in the ball game here, up to 19 yards on 2 carries. Of course, he had that 150-yard run. He went side to side a couple, 3 times, but that was called back on a penalty. Minute and a half to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 5 from their own 46, Byron. As Connolly calls out signals, gets everybody set the way he wants. He's got 2 receivers on the right and sends another one over that way. And flags fly as the handoff is given to Scheuer, and he's up to midfield, but we'll see where the flag is. My guess is somebody jumped on one side or another. And if it's Albert Lee, they'll just decline it, but it's on Byron. It's just the 2nd penalty on the Bears tonight. They've been pretty disciplined. So they'll move back 5 yards and try 2nd and 10. Take away the 5 that Scheuer gained on first down. Clock runs with a minute to go in the third quarter here in Alpha Orthodontics second half. They are in the Skyline Plaza in Albert Lea. And proud to provide flexible financial arrangements customized to you and your family. Handoff is around the left, and it's Scheuer again, and he stiff arms a guy, but it gets tackled before the midfield stripe, and that'll bring up a third down. Flexible financial arrangements customized for you and your family. Choose the payment plan that best fits your budget and get the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call 377-0222 or online alphaorthodontics.com and like them on Facebook. So 3rd and 4 as Luke picks up about 6 there. He's at 25 on 3 carries. 10 seconds left. This will be the last play of the quarter. If they can get it snapped here. 4-3. And it is underway. And it's Scheuer again. And he's going to lose the ball. And 3 Tigers are around that one. And we'll see how they unpile here. They say it's Byron ball at midfield. A yard short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th down and 1. And 4th down, the end of the third quarter. And it is 55-0. No scoring in that third quarter. Thanks to Hodgman Drainage, Highway 34 Dodge Center. Call 507-528-2225. Online, hodgmandrainage.com, and like them on Facebook. Thompson Electric at 310 South 2nd Avenue West in Albert Lea. 507-373-4279. Online, thompsonelectricofalbertlea.com, and like them on Facebook. Farmers Insurance Agent Joey Talamante, 710 East Main Street and Suite 100 in Albert Lea. Call 373-3245. And like them on Facebook as well. Good Steward Consulting at 122 West Main Street in Albert Lea. Call 507-383-7200. Online, goodstewardconsulting.com. And like them on Facebook. Albert Lea Taxi at 1325 Southeast Broadway, Albert Lea. Call 507-383-3341 and like them on Facebook. Trading Post in Gordonsville. Call 507-448-3302 and give them a like on Facebook as well. And who else? There's Man Between the Lakes at 119 South Broadway, downtown Albert Lea. Call 373-1714 and like them on Facebook. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, Highway 13, Albert Lea. Call 373-4330 or online, BayviewFuneral.com, and like them on Facebook. Albert Lea Chiropractic, Acupuncture, and Massage at 1340 West Main in Albert Lea. Call 377-3780 or online, albertleachiropractic.com, and like them on Facebook. As Byron is punting from midfield, and they get the snap away, and the kick is on the way towards the 10-yard line and inside the 10, and finally downed as Ashton Anderson let that one roll, and Albert Lea will take over 1st and 10. Edward Jones, financial advisor, Angie Eggum at 127 South Broadway in Albert Lea. Call 507-373-2000. Online, edwardjones.com/Angie Eggum. Like her on Facebook. Farmers Mutual Insurance on Highway 13 Manchester. Call 507-826-3425 and online, manchestermutual.com. And like them on Facebook. And Urban & Gerbert's 132 Bridge Avenue, Albert Lea. Call 507-473-2033 and online at urbanandgerberts.com. And like them on Facebook. And, of course, the Sports Boosters as well. That's Mapleton Marine, Thompson Sanitation, Pizza Ranch, Derrick's Preferred Auto, Northbridge Mall, Freeborn County Solid Waste, T&W Towing, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward. 1st and 10, Albert Lea at their own 7 with 11 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter of play. And it's a pass out to the 35 and caught. Actually, they're going to mark it down at the 30-yard line. That's Edwin on the reception for 23 yards from Yankee. So 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Tigers. Nice play out to the right. Edwin, diving catch, rolled away with the ball, and 1st down for Albert Lea. 2 receivers to the left. High backfield. Oh, bad snap. The ball's on the ground. Byron looks like they got it. Yep, the Bears are pointing their way, and unfortunately, another turnover gives Byron back the ball, and again in good field position. and around the 30-yard line. Just when you think Albertlee's got something cooking, something happens like that, and it's going to be put at the 28 for a first down. That clock keeps running now. 9:45 under the mercy rule. The clock will run until a score or an injury or a timeout. Maybe a change of possession, too. There's just several ways that it can stop, but otherwise it'll just keep going. Same score as at halftime, 55-0. And Byron running up to the line here, and quarterback Connolly from the shotgun with, looks like Luckhart behind him. And it is. There's a flag at the snap, and Luckhart carries it out to the left. He doesn't go very far, a yard or two. And probably somebody jumped. It was procedure on Byron. So 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 at the 33. End of 2. It's tied at 2 as the opponents, the Bismarck Bobcats, scored 2 in the second to match Bruins 2 in the first, and they head to the third period tied. 8:53 to go here. 1st and 15 for Byron at the Albertley 33. And Connolly directing his troops to be where he wants them to be before he gets the snap. And they hand it off to Luckhart, who's going around the right side. And Albertley ripping at the ball, and they got it away, and it's going to be off to the races for the Tigers. Connor May just took it out of Luckhart's hands, and he's going to score about a 65-yarder. No flags. It was obvious I didn't hear a whistle either as far as forward progress. It was a fight as some of the guys were trying to tackle him, and it was May who just grabbed it out of wrestled it away from him and scored from 65 yards to make the first score for the Tigers. 65-yard. I don't even know if you can call it a fumble. It was a takeaway. He just stole it from him. We'll call it a fumble return for the touchdown and extra point. Palmer kicks it up, and that might not have made it. Nope. He had it a little wide left on that one. So, first score of the second half is to Albert Lee as they cut the lead to 49 at 55-6. No good on the point after. And on the good, on the Mappatoona Lake scoreboard, 55-6 with 8:23 to go here in the game. And Mappatoona Lake's at 119 South Broadway in Albert Lee. All that great clothing waiting for you, man, for your fall wardrobe. That's the place to go, guys. Tons of great clothing, shirts and jeans, too. They have some really cool jeans, great pricing on those as well. So get on in there and stock up, and you'll be happy that you did. And, of course, while you're there, look at all the great accessories and cool, fun gifts at 119 South Broadway. So Albert Lee going to kick off here for the second time in the second half. Trailing 55-6 in the Alpha Orthodontics second half of action here from Byron. Video of this game on KQPRFM.com, audio and video, Facebook.com/Power96MN. And go to YouTube.com and search for Albertley Football to find us there. The audio of the stream on our website is the Austin Bruins game, which is tied at 2 as they hit to period number 3 there from Riverside Arena in Austin. Palmer boots one deep. And it is received at about the 3-yard line and up towards the left side of the field. And I was going to say it's finally dropped to the 30, and then he got away, but he was dropped right after that at the 30-yard line. And that would be Luke Scheuer on the return. As they will start around the 30-yard line. 8 minutes and counting left in the ball game. 55-6, Byron. The Bears putting up 50, I think they had 55 last week, if I'm not mistaken, in their win at Red Wing. Let me check it out as they come up to the line. And they scored 50 to 13 at Red Wing last week, so 55-6 here. 7.5 to go. 10 from their own 30. Here come the Bears again. Handoff. That's Scheuer. Who's got a quarterback Conley as he gets the snap and hands it off. And it is Scheuer again. There, yard two, where he's dropped by the interior line of Albert Lee. Benjamin Schwemmler in there, as well as Adam Semple. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. As they have bottled up Scheuer on his last 2 runs. Total of 3 yards on those. He's up to 31. And receivers right and left. Shotgun, 3rd and 7 from the 34. And a fake to Scheuer. And then a quarterback keeper. Conley gets shoved out of bounds short of the first down. He had to get about the 40, and he's going to be at the 37. So bring up 4th and short. As Conley gets his 4 yards. He's up to 14 on 3 carries. Has yet to throw a pass. And they're going to punt it away as deep for the Tigers is Ashton Anderson as the clock rolls at 5:30 to go. The ball game. Well, we might end the game before 9 o'clock for the first time this season. Let's hope. Long drive back. Here's the punt, and Jansen made a good try of the block there. Goes off of Albert Lee player's back, didn't see it. Was running down to try and block, and Byron picked it up. So looks like it's going to be Bears ball. Let me go through a couple of our great sponsors. First, we'll start with the Sports Boosters and Mapleton Marine, Thompson Sanitation, Pizza Ranch, Derek's Preferred Auto, Northbridge Mall, Freeborn County Solid Waste, T&W Towing, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward. We'll also have the player of the game brought to you by Urban and Gerbertson. Albert Lee coming up here with the final stats. Also, Alpha Orthodontics second half. Alpha Orthodontics is specializing in getting you a great smile. The area's elite Invisalign provider. So ask about that today. In October being National Orthodontic Health Month means that Dr. Leonard recommending bringing your child in as early as age 7 for their first complimentary exam, which allows Dr. Leonard to monitor changes and recommend the best time to start. No referral is necessary. And you can call them at 377-0222 or online alphaorthodontics.com. And like them, call 377-3380 or online albertleechiropractic.com, and like them on Facebook. Edward Jones, financial advisor, Angie Eggum at 127 South Broadway in Albert Lee. Call 507-373-2000, online edwardjones.com/Angie Eggum, and like her on Facebook. Farmers Mutual Insurance, Highway 13 Manchester. Call 507-826-3425, online manchestermutual.com, and like them on Facebook as well. So let's take a quick break. I'll come back with the final stats. We'll pick a player of the game and get you back to rocking and rolling here on Power 96 Sports.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
Remember when you used to envy theirs?
Nice boat!
Now, they envy yours.
Hey, nice boat!
When the weekend comes to you, you come down to the dock.
Check out the incredible deals on Hewitt docks, lifts, and accessories. Get the quality Hewitt products you need and want at Mapleton Marine, your boating and Hewitt headquarters. Mapleton Marine on Highway 22 or mapletonmarine.com. Facebook too. What are you waiting for?
The doors are open at your local Austin and Albert Lee Pizza Ranches. John, Trish, and the gang are excited to serve you. Now you can enjoy all the things your Austin and Albert Lee Pizza Ranches have been famous for. Dine in, relax, and enjoy the buffet. Hot pizza, chicken, fresh salad, desserts, and now hot wings are available. Want to take two to go or need delivery? Yep, it's all back and waiting for you. Of course, social distancing and measures are in place for your safety and theirs. The Pizza Ranches in Austin and Albert Lee now open to serve you.
Back here on Byron, 55-6, the final score. Tiger Player of the Game brought to you by Urban and Gerberts in Albert Lee. We're going to give it to Connor May on an impressive steal of the ball there. It's technically a fumble return, but he just took it right out of the hands of the ball carrier and ran 65 yards for a score. The only touchdown for Albert Lee. So Connor May is your player of the game. And sophomore May will get a $20 gift card from Urban and Gerberts in Albert Lee. You can order in person at 132 Bridge Avenue in Albert Lee with a convenient drive-through, or download the free app and order online at urbanandgerberts.com. Plus, they deliver. Now for the Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home final stats. They also do the halftime stats, brought to you by Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, Albert Lee's only 100% locally owned full-service funeral home. There when you need them on Highway 13, Albert Lee. Call 373-4330 or online, bayviewfuneralhome.com. It's actually bayviewfuneral.com. And like them on Facebook. So Dakota Yankee finished 7 of 15 by my count for 67 yards. He ran one for 6 yards. Also was sacked 4 times for 22 yards and losses. Garrett Giles, a leading rusher for Albert Lee, with 41 yards on 8 carries. And his long was 21. That was the first carry of the game for him. Also had 1 catch for 17 yards. Pardo with a couple of carries for 6 yards. Cole Jansen had 7 carries for 11 yards. 2 catches for 8. And receiving, Max Edwin with 3 grabs for 26 yards. Also had a run for -6. And Logan Strom with a grab for 16 yards. He had a 32-yard completion called back. But the only score of the second half for either team was that 65-yard steal of the ball by Connor May, who rumbled untouched. 65 yards for the score. The point after was no good, and that was the final 55-6. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to you for listening. Thanks to Reg for running things here. And now we'll send her back to the mothership. I am Jay Paul. Thanks for tuning in to Tiger Football. We have Austin Bruins hockey tomorrow night at 7:05. Vikings football Sunday, 11 o'clock pregame, noon kickoff on Power 96 Sports.
Power 96, the very best in classic rock. 96.1 KQPR FM.